Good evening. So good evening, everybody. I am Lee, late gunner as usual. Apologies about that. You guys should know that if I say 20 past, it's going to be about 26 past, 28 past by now. I do apologise. Listen, don't forget, I am doing a watch along for the Internazionale Milano game against Shakhtar Donetsk, and it should be a good game. Two decent teams, and we see Man United crashing out last night. And ended up winning nothing this season. You want to check out the poll I've done on Twitter? Please go and vote on that. I've also put the poll up on Flick as well. That app link is in the description. Over 400 people on that app now. Thank you very much to everyone who has signed up to that. It is free. Go and check it out. But some of the replies I've had, wow! I put up who's had the better season, Man United or Arsenal. The amount of people that are coming back to me saying, oh, Man United, because they've got more money because they got Champions League. The game's gone. It has actually gone. Since when did money in football become bigger and better than winning trophies? I don't get that. Anyway, less of that for now. I want to start off talking. There's a few people I want to go and talk about, actually. This guy, most of you probably have no idea who this young man is. I didn't have a clue who he was until about 2 hours ago. His name is Tim Akinola, and he is a young midfielder who's been released by Huddersfield Town, signed a contract with Arsenal, and they've done it slightly differently. He didn't even have a trial. They just looked at the video analysis of the guy and said, "Yeah, let's give him a 2-year deal." Make of that what you will. I've never heard of the guy, if I'm honest. I did see a YouTube video. You know, these YouTube videos suddenly start surfacing as soon as the player signs. I did see a YouTube video, a little compilation video of him. To me, he looks like a red card waiting to happen. He flies into tackles, and I mean fly. He's a proper old school midfielder. He is literally flying into tackles. He looks a very good footballer, actually. Very technically good, quite quick, and good passing range on him as well. One for the future, I'd imagine. Like I said, he is on a 2-year contract. Whether he's going to be just staying in the academy or whether he's going to be loaned out, I don't know yet. But by all accounts, he does look pretty decent. He's a free signing, obviously. He's a youngster. And he joins our other superstar in the making, George Lewis, in the academy. So we've got a couple of decent young players there going forward. Hopefully, we can get some players for now because we're always a few players short, aren't we, at Arsenal? And it's always, oh, we're building for the future. We're building for the future. Well, the future never seems to come because we're constantly building for the future. When are we building for? Maybe this guy can tell me. I would say be excited. Whoever photoshopped that is a legend. Yeah, it wasn't me. But yeah, be excited, he said. Be excited. And listen, I want to talk about, before I start talking about Thomas Partey, I want to talk about Socrates because he is down to the last year of his contract. He's actually in that last year. He came out recently and said that he wants to stay and stay at Arsenal and fight for his place and get back in the first team, etc., etc. Now, there's various reports doing the rounds that he is going to be one of the players sold. So free up some funds because apparently we've got no money. We're scrimping and scrambling. We're checking down the back of the sofas, trying to get some money out and trying to pull it together to get some players in. Apparently, he's going to be one that's going to be leaving. Another one that could potentially be leaving as well, if I can find this picture, which I can't. This is going well, isn't it? Where is he? There he is Callum Chambers. Callum Chambers is heavily linked to Fulham. Them links are getting a bit stronger by the day, really. And I do think he will leave. I don't think Mikel Arteta is going to want to keep him for the plans going forward. And I do think that 12 million quid, which is apparently the fee reported, I think that's pretty good business, if I'm honest. He's been here quite a while now. We've spent 16 million quid on him. If we can get 12 million quid of that back, with him having not really done anything for us, really, it's not really gone to plan for him since he left Southampton. He's been out on loan at Fulham, obviously. Kind of sad for him this season because he was, he was starting to show that he can be a decent centre-back. He was doing very well, and then he got a big injury, and obviously that took him out for the rest of the season. But Fulham look likely to get him signed up. The transfer window shuts on the 5th of October, so there's still about 6-7 weeks to go yet. And there's no rush by the looks of it to get him out. Although with that being said, we need to free up funds because we need to do creative transfers this summer. That's the word, the buzzword, creative. You mean we're penny pinching? Why don't you just say that? But them two players, them two centre backs are going to be surplus to requirements by the looks of it. Between the pair of them, we could get what, 16 million, 15 million quid. That would then go towards either a Thomas Partey deal or the Gabriel deal, because both of these deals are hinging apparently on us selling players. I'm not too sure whether that's the case with the Gabriel deal. That deal has been agreed. Everything's done in principle. It's just now down to him to obviously pick which team he wants, us or Napoli, which I spoke about earlier. With Thomas Partey, Arsenal fans are mad. I swear, it's only Arsenal fans that would do this, right? So I've read something this evening that says that the president of Ghana was doing a speaking and addressing the nation or whatever, and it was being streamed live on Facebook. Arsenal fans took over the Facebook stream asking him about Thomas Partey. Seriously, man, we track planes, we get on the case to presidents, we DM players, we get brothers, dads, nans, dogs, cats. Is it only Arsenal fans that do this? Because I only ever see these stories about Arsenal fans. I never see them about Chelsea fans getting involved with the president of the country, of the club, of the player that they're linked to. I never see other teams' fans tracking aeroplanes. Like, we are mad as a fan base. We are absolutely crazy. And I swear, you got to laugh. It is just funny, man. I swear, put Arsenal fans in charge of the transfer plans, yeah, we'd probably win everything because they're just relentless. It is mental. But yeah, they did take over and hijack a Facebook stream of the Ghanaian president today. There's a few reports suggesting that we still haven't met the 50 million buyout clause, 50 million euros. There's an account that you guys keep telling me to look at called the AFC Bell. I had to translate the writing because it is in Arabic, but he reckons in the next couple of days, Thomas Partey is going to be an Arsenal player, or she. I don't know who runs the account. I've never seen it until recently, until you guys pointed it out. But if you go to that account, they're claiming that in the next coming days, Thomas Partey will be an Arsenal footballer. I don't listen. I don't know how credible that person is. I've never seen the account before. The one thing I do know is the timeline of events from when we first started initiating contact with Thomas Partey and Atletico to now has been absolutely crazy. We've had his dad speak on Ghanaian radio saying that he's coming to Arsenal. We've had a teammate of his who plays at Hoffenheim say, oh, well, Atletico are a big club, but Arsenal are a big club and everyone wants to play in the Premier League. So I think Thomas Partey should go to the Premier League. Yeah. We've had another ex-player who's saying he should stay in Spain. We've had Atletico Madrid basically coming out and saying he's not for sale unless it's 50 million. We've then put in a Guendouzi plus cash option, which they swiftly blew out the water. It just seems to have gone on and on and on and on. And now they're hijacking a president's live speaking to the nation. It is absolutely crazy. And like I said, you know, half of this stuff is probably BS. Yeah, probably more than half of it, if we're honest. Arsenal have probably had no contact with Atletico Madrid because that's how we roll. We've obviously looked at other options as well with the lad Diawara, Fabrizio Romano, who I do listen to, by the way. I do listen to him, not somebody I've never seen before, who may be credible or may not be credible. But that guy is very credible. And when he says something's done, it's done. When he says somebody's in talks with someone, they're in talks. He says we're not in talks with Diawara and the Torreira swap. So I don't know, man. I genuinely don't know. But this dilemma and drama is going to go on for weeks. Yeah, I genuinely don't see Thomas Partey being an Arsenal player in the next few days. I don't see him being an Arsenal player until at least next month, by which time that's given us time to get rid of some of the players off of the books. Because if Callum Chambers does go, like I said, that's about 12 million quid. That's not bad money. I'm happy with that. You know, it's better than buying, say, a Lucas Perez for 16 million and selling him for 4. At least we're getting 12 of that 16 back for Chambers. I think it'd probably be best for him if he does leave, because we've got 8 centre backs at this football club. and he ain't going to be the main guy next season, is he? So good luck to him if he does go. Socrates, like I said, is the last year of his deal. What are we going to do with Mustafi? Because again, Mustafi, excuse me, Mustafi is into the last year of his contract. And is he going to be in the plans for this season coming up? Or is he going to be one of them that's let out the door? If he is let out the door, that is going to be a massive, massive loss to what we paid for him, because I can't see us getting any more than 8 to 10 million quid if we're lucky for Mustafi. If somebody pays more than 8 million or 10 million quid for Mustafi, they need their head testing. But that would result in us having lost 25 million plus from what we paid for him, which just goes to show the mismanagement of this football club and what has been mismanagement of this football club for a long time. When we signed him, and up until recently, he was the 5th most expensive German footballer in history. That's just embarrassing in itself. But the fact that we paid 35 million for him, we've allowed him to go to the last year of his contract. I'm not sure. Like, listen, come on, how much can we genuinely get? 10, 8, 12? I don't know. Either way, we need to get rid. And if we get rid of him, Socrates, Kolasinac's another one that was bandied around that I read earlier. There's 4. Callum Chambers, Socrates, Mustafi, Kolasinac. If you add up how much we can get for all 4 of them, it ain't a great deal of money. Let's say Socrates 3 million, Callum Chambers 12, there's 15. Let's say 10 for Mustafi, there's 25. Kolasinac 10, maybe, maybe. There's 35 million that goes towards Gabriel and towards his first year's wages. That goes towards the majority of Thomas Partey's deal. So just them 4 players alone would equate to us buying 1 player, because that's how poor we've managed the football club over the years, that we've got 4 players that are not that great, that we've spent decent wedge on over the years, and we're going to lose a hell of a lot of money on them, and it equates to buying 1 footballer in return. That's how poorly we've been managed, should I say. But the thing is, the one thing I will say here is, I said this earlier, I'm going to say it again for anybody who wasn't watching that stream earlier. I'm kind of worried that we're well into the 3rd week of the transfer window being open, and we've not got rid of anyone. Like, really, why? What are we doing? Why have we not got rid of anyone? The window opened on the 27th of July. We're now on the 17th of August. Why have we not got rid of a single footballer? I genuinely don't understand that. But there we go. Listen, do smash the likes up. Like I said, I will be doing a watch along later on this evening for the Inter game against Shakhtar. So if you want to come and jump on that, feel free. Should be good. I'm going for an Inter win 3-1. If you haven't downloaded the Flick app, that is in the description. Make sure you download that. Really, really getting used to that now. Really enjoying it as well. Thank you to over 400 people in less than a week that have downloaded and joined onto that app. And if anybody is watching this that took part in my fantasy league last season and I finished in the top 10, message me, because I owe you money. And I'd rather pay you it. No dickheads either. I will be requiring a screenshot of your fantasy league, your league table in my league. So there we go. Anyway, let's read some of your comments out. Let's go with some of these. Let's start with my lovely Lady Maureen. There you go. How you doing, sweetheart? Hope you're well. I hate how we drag these deals out so long. For fuck's sake, get on with it. Get you in charge, sweetheart. It's long, isn't it? It is long. You know, Joe Hart to Tottenham surfaced 3 hours before he signed. You know, yes, I know that's an easier deal to do because it's an aging footballer that's coming towards the end of his career as a 3rd choice goalkeeper at Tottenham. But they can get a deal done from initial contact to signing within 3 hours. How has it taken 8 to 9 months and we are still no further down the chain with Thomas Partey? I don't get it. I genuinely don't understand it. I've said this so many times. Chelsea want a player, they go in, bang, done. Why can't we do that? Thank you, darling, for your donation. Always appreciate that. Hope you're well. Mustafi isn't a horrible player. He's done just okay. Mustafi's all right, isn't he? He's not been that bad this season, but he ain't going to take us to where we want to be. Why did we buy Pablo Mari? We have 8 centre-backs. Why are we still having links to other centre-backs? Well, I'm hoping, Slavomir, that we're going to get rid of half of them, if not more, because they genuinely ain't good enough. The only ones who potentially are good enough. Saliba, Marie, and then obviously this Gabriel guy that we're linked to. So the rest of them all surplus to requirements as far as I'm concerned. We need a midfielder other than Thomas Partey, someone with more creative and players number 10. Well, Dani Ceballos could potentially be that guy, although I do think that he's better playing as a number 8 as opposed to a number 10. But he obviously can't play number 10. Maybe that's why we are looking at playing Willian there. I don't know, or maybe even looking to go and get Coutinho. I don't know. Lee, stop wasting our data bundle with rumours, okay? Bruv, get some Wi-Fi in the building. It'll be fine. You'll save your data for more pressing issues, mate. Oh, dear. Arsenal can't attract and afford players that Chelsea can. Well, that's very true. Havertz, Ziyech, although saying that Ziyech was cheap and he was offered to us. Joe Hart bringing the winning mentality to Tottenham. Well, he has one more than their whole team put together, hasn't he? I've seen the meltdown from their lot. It's funny, man. It is proper funny. Joe Hart is more successful than Dele Alli and Harry Kane will ever be. Bruv, that picture needs to go, bruv. You need to change that picture. We've signed somebody based off of YouTube highlights. Bruv, it's crazy. When I read this, right, it wasn't necessarily off of YouTube highlights, but I get what you're saying. When I read this, obviously, like I said, I've never heard of this lad. Anybody who's joined late, let me put his picture back up again, the young boy. His name's Tim Akinola, and he can potentially play for England or Nigeria. He's eligible for both at the moment. He is a young midfielder. Like I said at the very start of the show, he's a red card waiting to happen. The way he flies into tackles is old school. It's like Vinnie Jones-esque. Yeah, just type his name in on YouTube. You'll find the video of him. He looks pretty decent, though. I can't lie. He does look a pretty good footballer. He's not going to walk into the first team. That ain't going to happen. He's not that good. Not yet, anyway. But I'm surprised Huddersfield have let him go. They only had him on a one-year deal. They signed him last year. He's 19 years old. He didn't get a trial at any football club until he was 16. So he's only been in the game for 3 years. And Huddersfield have let him go. We have signed him off of video analysis without even giving him a trial. Like I said, the video clip that I watched, it was about a 4-minute, 5-minute video clip of him. He actually looks pretty decent. Yeah, he's quick, he's physical. Like I said, he launches himself into tackles, and I'm talking like potential leg breakers. Yeah, if he gets it slightly wrong, which I'm sure they'll be trying to coach a little bit of that out of him. Because if he does make it into the big boy team, then potentially he could end someone's career. Or get himself sent off and end somebody's career every single time he plays, because he is a little bit raw. But he does look pretty decent, I can't lie. Yeah, very quick with the ball, decent passing range, very physical. Yeah, and like I said, he's a very good tackler. If he gets it right, that is. But there we go. Let's do 3 or 4 more comments. I'm going to have some dinner and then I'm going to set up the watch along. And I'll be back in a bit. Would you take 15 million for Joe Willock? Yes, I'd snap your arms off for it. You'd be walking around with no arms. So there we go, 15 million. Yes, please. Lee, if the process is winning trophies, I'm all in. So am I, baby. So am I. Hope you're well, Pirate King. Thank you for your donation, buddy. Yeah, it's all about trophies, man. It's all about trophies. And the thing is, for me, like, you know, when I did that poll that I did earlier with Man United and Arsenal, who's had the better season, genuinely, real talk, right? People are coming at me, not just Arsenal fans, Man United fans, Arsenal fans as well, saying, I'd rather be in the Champions League than win a trophy. Like, hello? When you're sitting 20 years, 30 years, 40 years down the line, rounding up your grandchildren and going, oh, that year, 2020, it was a crazy year with the pandemic. And I remember we managed to make £20 million more than Arsenal because we got into the Champions League. And yeah, we didn't win anything. They won the cup that year. But yeah, it was a mad year. Really, come on, man. Nobody remembers third place. It's second loser. Nobody cares. It's all about winning and winning trophies. Did you get a new camera? Looking quality? No, I didn't get a new camera. I got better lighting. I got better lighting, and StreamYard never used to allow me to stream in 1080p. They have got the facilities for that now, so we are streaming in 1080p. So thank you for noticing that, mate. But I am going to get a camera. That's on the bucket list. And so is a new mic. So in the next couple of months or so, or next month, we should have both of them. So that should be pretty cool. Let's do a few more. Let's do a few more. How much can we get for Bellerin? I'd say around 20 odd million quid. 25, 27, something like that, maybe. He ain't worth more than that. He ain't even worth that, but some club will pay it. Louise is linked to Ren by the person who first linked Guendouzi to us. Yes, maybe that's why we signed him up. I said this earlier. Maybe we did sign him up just so we could get a fee for him. And if that is the case, and we do get rid of him, and we do actually get a fee for him, that is fantastic business. And you have to clap your hands to Arsenal if they do that. We shall see. Maybe he is going. And that's another one on the list. So there we go. Anyway, on that note, I will be getting myself out of here. Thank you to everybody who has watched live. I do appreciate that. 1,000 people nearly, 948. There's only 141 likes. Like the content. Like it now. And download Flick as well. Also download HOTMIC. We're 2 away from 1,000 on HOTMIC. And I will see you all in about an hour from now for the watch along. Should be fun. Put yourself on that Flick app. Do your predictions. You'll go on the leaderboard depending on whether you get any right or not. Really cool app. And I'll see you in about an hour from now. Laters, peeps.